We have one last operation to consider before we leave behind our discussion of arithmetic, and that is the exponent. And just as we first understand multiplication as repeated addition, we first understand exponents as repeated multiplication. So, for example, if we have the expression 4 to the third, the number 4 is called the base, and the number 3 is called the exponent. Note that the exponent is written small and above the line of text. This is called superscript. So, again, our expression was 4 with a superscript of 3, which we read as 4 to the third power, or if we're speaking less formally, 4 to the third. And what that means is we have 3 copies of the number 4 all multiplied together. Now, unlike addition, we don't have any nice way of multiplying long lists of numbers, so we have to multiply these 2 at a time. Right, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 we might want to write out, or we could use a calculator. We get 64. Note, just as 4 times 3 is totally different from 4 plus 3, 4 to the third is totally different from 4 times 3. Right, 64 is totally not 12. 4 to the third means 3 copies of the number 4 multiplied together. Now, computing powers of a number is quite tedious. Let's say we wanted to compute 7 to the 4th power. Right? That means 4 copies of the number 7, all multiplied together. We could, in principle, work this out by hand, right? One multiplication at a time. But now, already we have to multiply 49 times 7, and then 343 times another 7, and we eventually get 2,401. We could do that by hand, or we could do that on the calculator. If we liked, we could enter this on the calculator as 7 times 7 times 7 times 7, and enter the exponent manually that way. But there's an even better way to go about this. The calculator has an exponent key available to us. We enter the base first, and then, do you see above the division key, there's this little up arrow key? That introduces an exponent. So this is 7, little up arrow, 4. And again, that gives us the answer. 7 to the 4th is 2,401. If we had a large power, even with a base of 2, we would not want to work this out by hand. And we wouldn't even want to enter 10 copies of the number 2 into the calculator. This is a place where we really want to use that exponent button. So 2 to the 10th is 1,024. Again, we can compute exponents by hand just by multiplying repeatedly, or we can compute them on the calculator using the exponent key.